What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Durbin Compound. So today I've got my buddy Jonathan, always up too late, on his YouTube channel. I'll definitely put a link in the card right here in the upper right-hand corner, and you can go check out his channel. We're pretty much neck and neck on subscribers, and the kind of content that we're doing, we kind of align. So we got together, decided that this would be a great collab opportunity. He got a new product from Adams Polishes. We're going to go over that today and compare it directly to the JAX Faded Trim Renew or Black Trim Renew that I did. I think on Thursday the video came out. So we're going to do a side-by-side comparison today and see, you know, how they stack up against each other. And we're going to use a Jeep as a test dummy because I think I'm going to get rid of it anyways. So if it looks like garbage and it's splotchy, I'm like, don't worry about that. It's just the passenger side. The driver's side is all squared away and good to go. So I did one side completely in JAX wax, and then we're gonna probably botch up this side with two different products. And if the Adams Polishes doesn't work very well, and we try to go over it with JAX wax, so I can just imagine where this might go. So stay tuned, guys. We're gonna have a lot of fun out here, and we're gonna get after it. So me and Jonathan are gonna be recording at the same time. We're gonna cut frames so we can do his intro, and then we'll be back and we'll set something up cool. It'll be a good video, so stay tuned. All right, so we're comparing these two products today. Obviously in the video from Thursday, if you haven't seen it yet, you can click over here in the top right corner, take you over to this Black Trim Renew video. I know me and John were talking about, he was like, I just ordered this product and I'm waiting for it to come in from Adams Polishes. Let's compare the two. So this is my first time holding the bottle. I haven't really put it down since I picked it up. But, this is a vinyl rubber and trim. It says it's a thick cream lotion that protects and prevents or preserves external vinyl rubber and plastic surfaces. Leaves a dry to touch satin finish. So I'm excited to see exactly what it will look like side by side. So today we're gonna just you can actually see, I'm surprised that it still bled.
It did.
Even though you wipe off the excess, it still bled past my tape. And that was after I took the tape off. I think in the video before, it was actually a nice straight line. So we're gonna tape right up against it. We're gonna actually, let's do that. Leave a little bit of stuff in between. So what we decided to do today off camera was give this stuff its fair shake. I know you brought those foam applicators, but let's put it on with the same applicator and see exactly what it does with the same applicator I put on the JAX wax with.
Makes sense.
And then we can compare the two and see where it shakes out. Instructions, right? Everybody just passes instructions. Wash vehicle. I think that it's pretty good. I've washed the trim, so I didn't wash the Jeep. Clean heavily stained and oxidized trim with the all-purpose cleaner. I'm sure they'll say, well, you didn't clean it with the Adams stuff, so it didn't get the best results.
Exactly.
People are always like that. Squeeze a few drops of VRT onto the foam block applicator. Spread a thin coat over plastic and rubber, and wipe away unwanted residue from the paint and glass. Blah, 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 blah. So that's basically it. So too easy. Do you want to apply it? You want to take the honors?
Definitely.
All right.
I would love to try this out.
It's your product. Let's see what it does.
Okay, so we're going to try out a few drops. Doesn't matter which side?
Nah.
Probably not.
Is your camera rolling?
Yes.
All right, nice.
We are rolling.
All right, let's do it.
It's probably a
So just
liberal amount.
Okay. See what it does. I have my black glove on still, like I got the glove. So when I was messing with that, they said, hey, make sure you wear gloves because it has dye in it.
Yep.
And it sure as hell has dye in it. I threw away one of those applicators because it was so dye.
I wondered about that because it, like I could see it on the paint, but I couldn't see it on the Land Rover in the video, like, because it's so dark, I think. But I could see where it did get on the paint of this a little bit, but you wiped it off, I think. It probably was fine, right? Yeah,
it's completely fine. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to compare the two, is because one is a lot more, toxic, if you want to talk about dye and you want to talk about chemicals and more of a solvent based, versus this is probably more of a water based. And having a gel or something like that. So maybe it's apples to oranges, but it is darkening up quite a bit than what it was.
Yeah,
It doesn't look too shabby at all.
No, I think that looks pretty good.
Let me get a microfiber so we can wipe off the excess.
Doesn't look to be streaking too bad. It looks pretty evenly.
And that was another thing, like when you're wiping off the excess, I mean, you trash a microfiber because it's got the crap in it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
you know, water-based, something like that, you can apply it with microfiber, you can wash it. All right, so you ready to wipe off the excess, I guess?
Yeah, and get off the... Doesn't look like it's drying too much on the surface either, which was... that was something that I liked what you said about that one, where it wasn't
really did dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of weird that it never dried. Like I would have just thought it would seep in, kind of like acetone would do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like seep in and then flash off, and then you're like, oh crap, it looks like crap.
So then you have to put even more on to try to get the smudge marks out and all that.
So that darkened it up quite a bit.
I can tell a big difference already though between the two of them.
Yeah. Let's try a second coat.
Yeah.
Let's see what a second coat, if it darkens it up at all.
Try the other side here.
So fresh side of the applicator. So I don't know, maybe if letting it sit there a little bit longer will provide a darker result. But see, that second coat now it's starting to darken up even more.
It is. So I won't go down all the way on this side,
Okay.
so we can see what the original one looked like.
Sounds good.
Just so we can have all kinds of different stages of the product across the...
Like, what happened over here, man? I don't know, man. The Jeep is $1,500. Take it or leave it. It's sold as is. Well, I don't really like this trim over here. It's like somebody buying a house and they're like, I don't like these countertops.
Right.
They're like, change them out, paint them.
You think it's set on there?
I think that as it dries, it lightens up.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty good. So I pulled the camera in a little closer here so you can see what we're doing. This is the second coat. Did you wipe off the excess already?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is wipe off the excess on this vinyl, the VRT from Adams. So you can definitely tell that one has a dye and one doesn't have a dye. But I think that this product would be pretty darn good for trim that wasn't already very, very badly faded.
Yep.
Like if you were working on a newer vehicle with black mirrors and stuff like that, it would protect and preserve. As far as actually restoring it, it gives it a little bit more of a pop. But how faded are the plastic pieces on your F-250?
I mean, they're not to this stage. I would say that they probably look around this stage.
So it might be a whole different result on your truck.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't as faded as it was, we might even do a little part of that video here.
Yeah, definitely.
Do it outside. I mean, it'd probably be on your camera because you have the mop on your microphone. Mine I can't hear you, man. I have a couple videos that are like that. But actually, as it's starting to dry more, it looks like it's bleaching out.
I think
Do you see that?
It does. Yep. And like even the difference between the first application and the second application, it
seems to be almost the same.
Yeah. I don't know that I would necessarily use this product for restoration type stuff. But I think like the protection is good. But I mean, there's such a difference between that product and this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad that we left a little bit here so you could see what it looked like before. Because now we were on the same page. Like, oh man, it doesn't even look like it did anything, but it actually did do something. It did take it, a couple shades darker.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I was saying, if it was just regular trim that just needed some protection, I think it would be a good product.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, certainly not a dye.
No, I think
which is kind of crazy.
The black trim renew. Well, I mean, is this because it was seeping underneath, or was it because it was like penetrating into the?
I think that when I peeled the tape off, I'd have to look at the other video, but when I peeled the tape off, I thought it was a pretty straight line.
Okay.
So yeah, it was mostly just a bleeding over through the plastic.
Okay.
And you could tell it does soak in quite a bit, but yeah, I definitely say not a restoration, but definitely a preservation thing. And we'll take it out to your truck and see what it does. Let's scoot to the back bumper. This is obviously really faded out trim.
Yep.
So let's scoot to the back bumper and we'll show it's not as faded. So it'll get that same kind of look, but two different plastics.
Yeah.
One plastic on the Jeep, one plastic on your truck. We can give it its fair shake.
Sounds good.
Because as of right now, it's not getting a very good shake right now.
No, it's not. Has this had anything on it yet?
No, this is absolutely fresh.
So we try it on this darker piece here?
Yeah. So we've moved to the back of the Jeep here. Rambo's obviously wanting to be in the video again. So we're going to use it on this darker black plastic instead of the faded out trim it basically looks white or gray. I don't even know why Jeep has such crappy trim, but whatever.
How old is this?
This is a 97.
Okay.
And it has spent most of its life outside. So you can imagine just how much sun it gets. And paint doesn't even look red anymore.
What color was that originally?
It's like a dark maroon.
Okay. It's just sun faded over time?
Oh yeah, it's just looks horrible.
So I left the top edge here.
Okay.
Just, but I did this section right here.
Sounds good.
Let's see, I actually didn't read the instructions.
Well, I read them out loud, but I forget what they say now. Nobody reads the instructions, dude. I think that's something I went over in my first video is like, just use the product how you're going to use it or how it feels.
Yeah.
Because heck, you're not, like 50% of the users aren't going to, and right here, 50%.
Right.
50% didn't read the instructions.
Exactly right.
And I'm in here like, oh, let's do it per the instructions to give it its fair shake. And Jonathan's like, whatever. So we're getting like no shit candid stuff, and yeah, it's whatever it is, it is.
I think that one of my favorite things about this so far is the part that says common sense warning, and it talks about that the surfaces that it gets applied to can be slippery, which is
I didn't read that far. That's awesome.
Okay, sure. All right.
The common sense warning. I love it. See, I have never tried anything from Adams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I haven't really been biased. I just never have ordered this stuff. I'm a kind of instant gratification kind of guy. So if I can buy it in the store and I can drive to Columbus and buy it right there and feel it,
right,
I will buy it before I buy it on Amazon.
For sure.
And so, yeah, it's like something with the viewers is like, yeah, I'm recommending this product, but you don't live close by, and they're ordering it off the internet and taking my word for it. So it's kind of hard. What I'd like to do is eventually open up an online store or something like that where people could buy the products through me.
That would be cool.
Which would be really sweet.
Definitely.
Say, hey, I vetted this product. I like it. This is an awesome product that I stand by. I'm going to have it in my store. It's probably just going to be for the same price you could get it elsewhere.
For sure.
But I mean, then there's all the logistics. So now as it's drying, it's actually looking like the same plastic.
I mean, yeah, it is a little darker. I mean, like where I left the difference between the top and that edge part.
Let's get a piece of tape here. So let's tape it right here.
Yes.
And you apply it over there. Apply it liberally on this side, on this top, and we'll see how it looks.
I think with the Adams polish stuff, the one that I use the most is the spray detail, or the detail spray that they have, the pink stuff that smells like cherries. It smells amazing.
Okay.
And it is one of the best like spray detail sprays that I've ever used. So I like to try out, but they have a whole bunch of products. Like they have a whole line of different things. So this was just a new one to try out as well to see like what it would actually do.
Right.
But I mean I can vouch for the spray detail that it definitely does a good job.
Yeah, I think that everybody has. It's not necessary. It just depends on what formula they're getting. I mean, a lot of these companies, what they'll do is they'll take a product and they'll put it through a machine and it'll tell them exactly what is in that product. Then they work their own little formula and their own little, I'm a chemist and I'm gonna figure this out and make it better.
Yeah.
And then they put that product out there, and it's essentially the same darn product, just tweaked a little bit from another company that's already figured it out.
For sure.
So yeah, it's just one of those things, and I think it might be what JAX did, and all they did was add a dye in it. Who knows? We don't know for sure, but that seems like they're just making it a little bit more volatile and putting a dye in it, and boom, you've got it.
Well, I mean, for like penetrating the plastic, it probably has to have a little bit of caustic.
Yeah, it has to have something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, if you got to wear gloves and it gets in your hands and dyes your fingers, then it's a little caustic for sure. but that's all. Some people don't like that type of product. Some people don't like a solvent based. I mean, people will say don't use solvent based on your tires because it gets, it makes your tires, break down or whatever they say.
Yeah.
So a lot of people like I've gone to completely water-based tire products. They don't last as long, but for the most part, my tire dressing video, the caustic stuff from Meguiar's that was solvent-based, it looked like crap.
Right.
And the water-based stuff looked good.
Yep.
So this stuff, a more caustic chemical type solvent looks better than water-based.
Exactly.
So it's just all in what it does. Let's wipe off the excess there, see what it does. See what it did.
Moment of truth.
So it darkened it up a little bit. Now, I noticed as it was drying, as it dried out up there on the front fender, it actually bleached out. So let's go back up to the front fender here and look at the little comparison. All right, so we've come back up here. This has been 20 minutes that we've actually let this sit here and kind of dry out on the plastic. So I put my tape just a little bit further over the thing like you saw before, a little bit further over the line. And we seen it pretty much, it bleached almost back to where it was.
It did.
So you can see it's a little bit lighter. I have my camera pulled in really tight on it. But it basically bleached almost back to where it was. And you really can't tell a difference here other than where it's still wet. But yeah, I'd say definitely not a restoring kind of product.
All right, so we just got done testing out the VRT on the Jeep inside of the garage, and we want to go ahead and see what this stuff looks like on these door handles, and they're not too faded, but they are starting to get a little bit faded. So we want to see what this stuff will do and see if this can bring these a little bit back to what they look like from the factory.
Was the fact that you mind handing me that foam applicator?
Sure thing.
Okay, these foam applicators are always recommended by the manufacturer and stuff like that.
Yep.
And one of the things that I believe is like, why don't we use products that are readily available at Walmart or something? You come out of town and Walmart's right there. Adams isn't there with their foam block. So yeah, if you had an abundance of these and you ordered them in a big crate and you had a pallet of them, yeah, it's great. You always have one around. But these seem to be a little bit more easy to apply. So if we're using the foam block like they want us to, how do we get in anywhere that's going to be beneficial at all? So yeah, you can get around the edges and stuff like that, but something that you can manipulate and get in with your hands, I think, something like this works a lot better for that. So that's one of the things that I was talking to him about. It's like, should we give it its fair shake here? Yeah, this would be good for some straight applying. And we'll probably use this on your bed rails here in a minute to see what it looks like. But otherwise, he wasn't ready for that.
Still caught up.
All right. But I mean, heck, I've been working it for a couple minutes. I think it's fine.
I think that is definitely darker.
It's definitely darker than the other side. I don't know. Me going over a second coat with this didn't matter on the Jeep.
Right.
So it did kind of matter on the VRT stuff that we were using, but it really doesn't matter if I do another coat. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of weird to me, but
yeah,
that's
for sure.
That's what we got for that.
Or maybe it can only penetrate so far down, or maybe it can only get so far down in, and that's why it doesn't matter with more coats.
I'm not a chemist, but yeah, and then you can see the dye on my gloves.
Oh yeah.
Good thing you have the gloves on. But yeah.
Crazy. I mean, I'm really happy with that stuff. I think that looks really nice. I would be interested to see now, like, the other side, because the other side's had time to dry as well.
Right.
The Adams VRT stuff. But yeah, that looks very nice. That looks like it came from the factory like that, I think.
Yeah, it looks pretty.
Renew. I'm not even going to try the VRT on this stuff. I think I'm just...
Let's do it. Slap it on there. Let's watch it darken up immediately.
This stuff.
I mean, it's almost like you're just smearing on paint.
Night and day difference.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we did this comparison.
I'm excited to see how long it'll last.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Gobs, put some more on that applicator. Get it nice and wet. Let's do it.
Because it's like,
Yeah, let it soak in there. Oh yeah.
and with this doesn't fit in garages as most garages, so it sits outside all the time. So it will see a lot of direct sun, so that'll be a good comparison in like a couple weeks to see what has happened to it.
Right. No, I'm sure I'll do an update video in the future too, just to see how it shakes out on the back end.
Wow.
Yeah, that looks sexy.
That is insane. I think I missed the spot there. I'm gonna get that corner.
Make sure you get up underneath here.
Oh, yeah.
That looks sweet.
Get that edge. That looks, I mean, it looks brand new.
Yep.
It looks brand new. And like, the night and day difference between the two of them is just...
All right. So in conclusion, our video today, Jonathan, always up too late, came over, decided that we were going to review these products side by side. I think it's kind of comparing apples to oranges.
Absolutely.
So if you watched the entire video and you've made it this far, you already know that this is probably going to be more of a product for interiors and something that preserves what you already have, and what you have is nice. As far as restoration, nothing does any better than this black trim renew. And I think it's going to be 100% because of the dye in it. So I rolled in some B-roll in the video and watching Jonathan go crazy on his truck with it because he's just like, I can't stop, like everything has to be coated now. So we did the Jeep at first and we didn't see, actually since it's dried, it pretty much looks like the same darn thing, maybe a little bit better. The back there looks a little darker. And I guess I'll roll in a little bit of that before, but the back piece of the bumper didn't look terrible. And I think it's just two different kinds of plastic.
Yep.
And one being preservative, one being restoration. So I'm really impressed with this JAX Wax product. How much was this?
It was $20.
Okay, so 20 bucks on this VRT, 20 bucks on the black trim renew. You get about half the product. This is 16 ounces, this is 8 ounces, but totally different. Totally different functionality on it. So I'm definitely impressed with it. Give it 2 thumbs up. Like I was telling Jonathan off camera, is I don't take it lightly when I tell someone that their products are awesome, because if you spend your money on it and you're like, this is crap, I don't even know why he said this was awesome, he must have got paid to do a review. No, that's not what I am intending whatsoever. If I say it's 2 thumbs up, it's 2 thumbs up. Is it 2 thumbs up?
Absolutely.
My man. So that's awesome that it just another satisfied customer went all over his truck, his huge truck, and got it done. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. As always, you can subscribe to see more, always some kind of crazy. Go over and check out Jonathan's channel. His channel is awesome. He has, as we were talking, we have a whole different kind of outlook on what we're trying to do. He's more telling the story. I'm all about product reviews and making people's lives easier. So if you want, I'll put the channel in the link below, and you can check that out if you hadn't already clicked on the card at the beginning of the video. So as always, I'm talking too much, and let's roll out, and we'll see you guys next video.
See you guys.